Hello, this is Eitel from WebScripto. Last time we had to look at creating blog posts or articles for your website in WordPress. Today we're going to have a look at how to deal with comments when your audience or your clients start communicating with you. How to deal with them, how to approve their comments, how to filter them out, how to deal with spam, because unfortunately you're going to receive that as well. So without further ado, let's dig in and have a look. Good. Let's have a look at the settings that we need to concentrate on in your WordPress administrators area. As you can see, we are going to make use of WebScripto's own website as an example for this quick tutorial. So let's move to the administrators area. I assume that you already know how to log in, that you already know how to create posts. If you are not able to do that, kindly have a look at our previous videos about logging into your WordPress website, as well as how to create your first blog post or article. But let's continue. First of all, when you receive your website from WebScripto and you have written your first blog article, or even perhaps before you write your first blog article, what we need to do is go to the settings area in your administrators panel and go to discussion, the discussion tab. This WordPress referred to communication between you and your client, and more specifically from your client to you as a discussion. So let's click discussion and see where it takes us. Right away, when we open the discussion settings, you will be met with quite a number of settings that you can change, click, unclick, as you please. But let's have a look at them. They're not that difficult to deal with. First, we will find that the default article settings have three settings that you need to look at. The first one is attempt to notify any blogs linked to from the article. You can leave that clicked. Allow link notifications from other blogs, pingbacks and trackbacks on new articles. You can leave that as well. We will deal with the actual meaning of this in a different tutorial. Allow people to post comments on your article. Now, if you don't want people to comment on your articles, obviously you will untick this. Since we are going to deal with comments in this tutorial, we are going to leave that ticked so that we can deal with the comments in the appropriate manner. Under other comments settings, you will see the comment author must fill out name and email. Obviously you need the person to do that. This is why at WebScripto we have that ticked. If it's not important to you and you don't want the comment author to give his names, you can untick that, but we will keep it ticked. Users must be registered and logged into comment. You can have this button clicked if you have a membership website and which appropriate to have only logged in or approved members on your website to leave comments. We are leaving it unticked because WebScripto is not a membership website. Automatically close comments on articles older than 14 days. That is up to you to decide. If you uncheck it, your articles will be open for comments ad infinitum. But now, if you click, you can leave it open for 14 days. I think it's a good thing if we make it 30 days or 31 days. That would be roughly a month. So on day 32, there will be no new comments allowed. Enable threaded nest comments, 5 level deep. Now, threaded nests or nested comments simply means if I've written a blog article and Jack comes along and he comment. Now Cindy sees his comment and want to add to his comment, agree with his comment, or have a different approach. She will be able to respond to Jack. Now that is the second tier or the second thread. Now if Paul comes along and he doesn't agree with any of the two, he will be able to comment on the last comment, and that will be the third, the third nested thread. So it can go up to 5 threads, but no more than that. You can make that 3. I'm going to keep it to 3, otherwise people are going to concentrate on each other's comments instead of the article itself. Break comments up into pages with 50 top level comments per page, and the last page, if your website do receive a lot of comments, or you think they are going to get a lot of comments, you can click this button so that only 50 latest comments will be shown. We are not doing that for this tutorial. Comments should be displayed with the older comments at the top of each page. We're going to change this to the newer, so that at first glance you will see the latest comments. Email me whenever. If you have placed your email under general settings, you can make use of this function. When anybody sends you a comment on the website or the blog article, you will be notified via an email. And then, very importantly for us at WebScripter, maybe you will have or may have a different approach. A comment is held for moderation. Now, we believe that we would like to moderate our comments and do not give the commentators out there the leeway to simply write a comment and have it published. There are a plethora of reasons why we do not want that, and a bit later on we will see exactly why. Then, before a comment appears, this slots in with the previous part. A comment must be manually approved. It links with the comment which is held for moderation. In this case, comment must be manually approved. Then we do this because we only approve it manually and we don't want it to be approved automatically. Then, comment author must have a previously approved comment. We are not ticking this, otherwise you may leave a relevant comment, and once you have left a relevant comment, your next comment, which may be highly unpleasant and irrelevant, will automatically be approved. So we are not allowing that. That's why we at WebScripter are leaving this box unticked. Comment moderation. Hold a comment in the queue if it contains 2 or more links. A common characteristic of comment spam is a large number of hyperlinks. So you can make this 2, 3, 4, 5. We play it safe. We keep it at 2. There is no reason for an honest comment or a person leave an honest comment to leave more than actually 1 link. But we are giving a bit more freedom because we have to approve it manually. So we state it at 2 comments, or we leave it at 2 comments. When a comment contains one of these words in its content, name, URL, or IP, it will be held in moderation queue. 1 word or IP per line, it will match inside words, so press will match WordPress. Now, what we can do, the number 1, if it contains that comment, it will be regarded as spam. If it contains the word medicine, WebScripter does not deal with medicine. It will be seen as spam. Now, comment blacklist. When a comment contains any of these words in its content name, it will be put in the bin. We have placed more or less the same words in there. So if these words are found, they are placed in the spam bin. So we are not going to receive it for moderation, not at all. So I'm not going to deal with avatars. If people are interested in avatars, if you are interested in avatars, you can have a look at this area. It is straightforward, but for this tutorial, I'm really not going to consider avatars. So this is a very quick, let me just save the change. This is just a very quick overview of the settings that you need to have a look at and consider, and perhaps make a couple of changes here or there in order to streamline your moderation process and to allow certain comments to come through and filter out those that you really do not want to see. So in the next part, we will have a look. Let me just have a look at my notes here, at another way to control spam and to avoid spam on your comment received by your clients. So let's have a look at the other part. Good, we are back, and now we are going to look at ways to deal with spam. I can assure you, the moment you write a blog article or post, you are going to be met with spam of some sort. So it is important that we need to assure that we don't need to manually deal with spam each and every time a person leaves a spam comment. If you're going to deal with spam personally on a daily basis, it's going to take up a lot of your time that you could have used more effectively on a different project or in your store or whatever your website main business is. So this is where WordPress come in with a couple of plugins. I'm going to concentrate on one plugin specifically. You may have a read up and look at other plugins if you are interested in other plugins than the one that I'm going to suggest. But let's have a quick look at plugins. Let's go to the admin panel and click on plugins. This will take us to a list of all installed plugins. Now what you need to note, when you have a fresh WordPress installation on your server, you will have two plugins that are actually installed automatically with the WordPress core program, and they are Hello Dolly, which is simply a plugin that was, because the creator of WordPress is a jazz fan, he has this plugin called Hello Dolly, and it randomly plays snippets from the song Hello Dolly by Satchmo on your admin panel. If you're not a jazz lover, you can just delete that like I am doing. The other plugin will be Akismet Anti-Spam. Now, Akismet has been a favorite for a very long time, and it's actually a very good plugin to fight spam. But since it has become so popular, they've started to charge people. So it's a premium plugin now. It's no longer a free plugin as we used to have it in the past. So the best alternative plugin, free plugin to fight spam, comes highly recommended. And if you look down the list here, you will see, now where is that little plugin? It should be at the top. Why am I looking at the bottom? Anti-Spam B. I'm just going to copy that name. I already have the plugin installed, but if you want to add a new plugin, Anti-Spam B, you go to Add New. You can either click Add New at the top or under the plugins menu, Add New. I'm going to click here just for the sake of clicking in a different area. Now you are prompting WordPress to have a look at a new plugin that you would like to download. Now if you have already downloaded a plugin from the WordPress repository at wordpress.org, you will upload the plugin using the Upload Plugin button here. We're not going to do that. Let's go the other route and let your WordPress installation help you to get the plugin. You can search plugins. At the search plugin area, you can just simply paste the text, or you can type it in Anti-Spam B, and as you can see, WordPress is now searching for the Anti-Spam B. You will find it at the top left. You will see that it has 200 plus active installs, and it's a 5-star. Now it was last updated 6 months ago. It would have been better if it was updated a week ago, but Anti-Spam B comes highly recommended, and it is a good plugin. There's actually no need for it currently to be updated. So I have a button here stating it's active, so this shows that it's already installed on this website. But if it's not installed on your website, you will see a button Install Now. Now you can click on Install Now, and it will take you through the process of installing the plugin. I'm not going to do it. It is already installed on this website. But if you do not know how to install a plugin, have a look at one of our previous videos on how to go about to install a plugin. I'm going to go to the settings area. You will see, because I have Anti-Spam Bee already installed, there is an area or a link, Anti-Spam Bee. You can find it there. Click on it. It will take you to the Anti-Spam Bee settings area. Now, what I like about Anti-Spam Bee, for the first time user, you can just simply install it and let it do its job. I have not changed any of these settings, and I suggest you do the same. Let's have a quick look, however, at the anti-spam filter, the advanced area, and more options. Okay, we have the button click for trust approved commenters. No review of already commented users. I am going to remove that. Trust commenters with a gravatar. What a silly thing to do. Consider the comment time. Not recommended when using page caching. In a different tutorial I talk about caching, so I'm going to skip this. You can just trust me on this one. You can leave it open or unticked for now. BB code is spam. Review the comment contents for BBC code links. I'm leaving that ticked. Validate the IP address of commenters. This is very important. Leave that one ticked. Use regular expressions. Predefined and custom patterns by plugin hook. Let's keep that one ticked. Look in the local spam database. Check for spam data on your own block. If you have already allocated a comment as spam, which was missed by Anti-Spam Bee, it will, every time a comment is sent, it will look at the spam list that you have created and updated and take the lead from there to realize that this is actually spam. Use a public anti-spam database. Yes, there is a public anti-spam database, and Anti-Spam Bee tap into this database to verify the comment that you have received against that list to see whether it's blacklisted as spam. Block comments for specific countries. If you would like to block a specific country, you can click on this button and follow the lead from there. It is self-explanatory. I'm not doing that because we have people from all over the world commenting on our blog. Allow comments only in a certain language. If you would like to say, let's restrict it to Portuguese if you're in Portugal, or English if you are in an English-speaking country, you can do that. We don't do that. We allow people to comment in any language they prefer. Advanced. Let's have a look. Mark as spam and do not delete. The reason why we have this one tick is simple. We want, if Anti-Spam Bee give a false positive, because that can happen. Give a false positive. In other words, when it marks a comment as spam and it's not spam, you still have access to the spam bin. We will have a look at that in a minute, and you can say that no, this is not spam, and you can approve it from there and add it to your comments. Spam notification by email. I can actually unclick this button. I'm going to leave it as is, but I can you have seen in the previous part of this video, in the first part, that Wordpress is already sending me an email whenever a comment is received. When a spam notification, when a spam email is received, it will inform me. I'm going to delete that. It's actually not necessary to have that. Do not save the spam reason. You can leave that as is. Delete existing spam after 5 days. You can leave that as is. Limit approval to comments. Yes, we have comments and pings. I'm not going to deal with pings in this tutorial. We are limiting it to comments. But we do not tick this button. This is for a totally different tutorial. I'm not going to deal with this today. Then delete comments by spam reasons. And we are leaving this unticked. because we want anti-spam bee to make use of its own resources, and we're not going to meddle with these settings. Then under more various options, generate statistics as a dashboard widget. If I go back to the dashboard in a minute, you will see that anti-spam bee gives you a statistic or statistics about spam that has been detected. Spam counter on the dashboard, amount of identified spam comments. It does what it says, and you can see that in the dashboard. Do not check trackbacks, pingbacks, and comment form used outside of posts. We have left that open. If you want to donate to anti-spam bee for the excellent service that they're doing, you can do it on the right here by donating. So I've made a change here, so I'm going to save on changes and just allow it to save the changes there for a second. Now, if we go to the dashboard, remember this is South Africa, so the internet is not as fast as it may be in your country. There is anti-spam bee, and it shows us how many spam has been dealt with on a specific day. So today they've dealt with 2 spams. On the 11th, oh sorry, the 5th, on the 11th of the 5th, they had to deal with 40 spam comments. So anti-spam keeps you updated on how many comments they need to deal with. So I think that concludes it for this part of the tutorial. Right, we are ready to proceed, and now we're going to have a look at the comments section in your administrators panel. You can see there on the left side in the administrator panel is a comments part or comments panel. Now this is specifically there to assist you in dealing with comments on your blog posts or articles. So every time that a person leaves a comment on your article, it will be indicated in this little orange square. As it currently stands, there are 2 comments that we need to consider and either approve or disapprove. Now, for the sake of this tutorial, I've created these 2 comments myself. So let's dig in and have a look at them. I'm going to click on comments. Now this will take me to all the comments that we have received, with the latest 2 that we have seen in that orange circle, which is now blue because we have opened this little tab. You will see next to these 2 comments there is a red line which shows you that these 2 still need to be dealt with. So let's look at the first one. They come in time order. So this one from Jenny Carstens is not a real person. Was given before Weird Guy decided to also grace us with these comments. So if you look at Jenny Carstens and look at this comment, this is a great article. Thank you for sharing some light on getting to know your client in this and the previous article. Now this comment was made on customer engagement, digital marketing. So it shows you here the name of the person, the IP address of the person, the email, the name, the article on which the comment was made, as well as the date and the time the comment was left. So for the purpose of this exercise, we are going to approve Jenny's comment. So if you look under the comment, you have different options. You can approve, reply, quick edit, spam, or bin. Let's say Jenny stated here this is a great article, a typo. You can edit that and remove the S. That should not be used to change their comment or the essence of their comment in any way. That is not recommended. That is the quickest way you're going to lose clients, or have clients not comment on your post, or visitors not commenting on your post any further. So for the sake as I've said, for this tutorial, we are going to approve. We can click on the approve green wording here. Let's approve. Okay, if we go to the front page of the website and we go, let me just move me out of the way here. We go to articles and we have a look at the latest article, the customer engagement digital marketing article. This is the one on which Jenny commented and the one which we have approved just now. So let's go and have a look. If we scroll down, you will see we have one comment from Jenny Carstens. This is a great article. Thank you for shedding some light on getting to know your client in this, and there's the error. So let's go back. We quick edit it. The previous article, update comment. Let's go and refresh the front page. And now it is corrected. So this is an example of how the editing can be put to good use, and not by adding anything that Jenny did not want to comment on. So that is how, if you decide that no, I accidentally approved this one and it should never have been approved, you can unapprove it here, and then let's do that because this is not a real comment. We are going to unapprove. Now it shows the red line again. If we approve, the red line is gone. Unapprove, and now we can do one of two things. For this one, since it's not a real comment, I'm going to put it in the bin. So now it's not showing you anymore. It is in the bin, and we will get there in a second. Now let's look at Weird Guy and his comment. I sell Viagra and use military socks. The socks has seen action on the front line and is guaranteed to keep your loved one warm this winter. Buy now and receive a massive discount on your next purchase of belly button lint. Now, obviously, this has got nothing to do with WebScripter as a business, so I'm definitely not going to approve it. I'm not even going to reply. I'm not entertaining these type of people. There's no need to edit it, whether it's a quick edit or an edit. I am going to slam it as spam. So we are going to click on spam. Now it's marked as spam. If we open the spam bin, you will see that I have two comments that has been set aside as spam. The first one, which we have dealt with just now from Weird Guy, if I accidentally marked it as spam and it should not be spam, I can click on not spam and it will be sent back to the comment list on the previous page. But since it is spam and should be treated as such, I'm going to click on delete permanently. Now, you will recall earlier in this tutorial I used the word medicine. Now, if you look at this comment, the most consumed medicines, there is medicine. So this is obviously has got, for a couple of reasons, this has got nothing to do with WebScripto's business. You will see it contains a word that I've marked as spam. You will see there is one Earl, Earl number 2, Earl number 3, Earl number 4, and it goes on. If a comment contains more than 2 Earls, you will remember from the settings earlier, it will be marked as spam. So this is actually a spam email that was set aside by WordPress in combination with anti-spam B. So what are we going to do? We are going to click on delete permanently. So that spam has been deleted. Now if we go to the bin, you will see those 2 spams which I have deleted has been deleted permanently, so it's not even in the bin. So what we can do with Jenny Carsten's comment is click delete permanently, and we can do the same marketing funnel, delete permanently. Good, we've got rid of that. So I'm just going to go back to the dashboard so that we can see on the comments there are no further comments to deal with. So once you get comments on your posts, there are two ways you're going to be notified. Actually, three things that may happen. You are going to get a notice here under comments. So if you visit your website admin area on a daily basis, you will see or get a notice under comments. It will be an orange circle with the number 2 or 3, depending on how many how many comments there are. You will get an email indicating to you that there is a comment awaiting your moderation. And lastly, you also get a notification via anti-spam bee that there are comments on your website which has been marked as spam with a direct link to that comments. So I think that concludes it for how to deal with comments through the comment admin area. Right, that concludes it for this tutorial. So this was just a very brief overview of dealing with comments, how to deal with spam, and to keep your comments on your website appropriate. Until next time.